What's going on, everybody? I just figured I'd hop on here real quick. I ain't gonna be long on my way to work. Just wanna let everybody know, some daily motivation, some daily inspiration, some daily uplifting. Tuesday, man. Hopefully it's gonna be a nice day today. We've been getting a lot of rain where I'm at. Hopefully it doesn't rain today. Had some bad storms last night again. And back-to-back storms, but man. I can't wait for summer. I don't know about y'all, but I hate the winter. I am a tropical person at heart. Get some of this coffee in, man. Doing fasting again today. I don't know about y'all, but fasting works wonders for me. I know some of you can't, maybe due to medical issues, but if you can, it sucks to some people at first because you're so used to eating all the time. It's part of like how you're raised, right? You're raised to believe that you have to eat 3 times a day, breakfast, lunch, and dinner. But if you're trying to put on weight, yes, you do. It's very important. You need to eat a lot of protein. You want to build muscle. Carbs, fuel yourself. Got a labor-intensive job, but for me, after I quit eating all the carbs and cut back on my food intake, I actually had more energy, believe it or not. You would think you wouldn't have, but your body's running off pure, adrenaline or whatever. I don't even know what the word is, but it's already burning up all your fat for your fuel source. So, yeah, I feel. What's up, everybody? How y'all doing today? How y'all doing this morning? Hope everybody's up, ready to go. I just had a long discussion with my son about the importance of getting to work and to school and just being on time places. That's a discussion we had this morning. The importance of being disciplined, getting up early, make sure all your things are taken care of the night before, your clothes are out, so I had to take him to school today, and on the way to school I just seen like 3 people doing road raging. Hey, how y'all doing? What's going on? Good morning. Yeah, so there's like every morning when I'm going to work, or I was taking my son to school, he's seen it with his own eyes. Like, people are just running late to work because they wait till the last minute. They know it takes them 30 minutes, 40 minutes, 10 minutes, however long it takes for them to get to work, and they wait until the last minute to get in their car and go, and then they're trying to do their makeup on the way, and they're trying to drink their coffee, and they got to go get gas, and they're driving all reckless. And this one dude almost hit me, and then he had the nerve to look at me as if it was my fault. And so I let my son know, like, man, you gotta watch, make sure you get up early, get the time, because these people, that's how people get in accidents, that's how people get tickets, that's how people are late for work and they get fired. Never want to be late anywhere. And I told him, man, it makes you look better. When you show up to work, you feel better because you're not in a rush. You know, you can just cruise and collect your thoughts like I am. You know, I'm not sitting here just panicking with anxiety. You get anxiety running. As a kid, I used to always just have anxiety getting ready for school because, like, my parents would wait, like, my mom basically would wait until like the last second to wake me up and be like, "Oh, the bus is coming!" Like, and then I'd have to just grab whatever and run out the door. Then the bus would be going down the street, and I'd have to chase the bus down, or I'd miss the bus, and then I have to walk to school. And it pretty much, that's why I have anxiety, a little bit of anxiety to this day. Probably, I don't know. I'm not a doctor or nothing, but I mean, for my own, you know, understanding, I would, you know, good morning, not your cell phone. I ain't focusing on my cell phone. I am focusing on driving. Knock on wood, never been in an accident. So, but I appreciate you. Yeah, I'm not even looking at my phone. My phone's up on a cell phone holder. I just got to point it at me. So, but yeah, someone that's common sense, you should be able to see that I'm not even looking at my phone. Well, I guess you can because I got sunglasses on. Yeah, so man, just set your alarm 30 minutes earlier. Get up early, man. I be telling people all the time, like, you just see so many people who wait until the last second to get up out of bed and they get to work, and then they just are so lethargic when they get to work. I'm already wide awake. I've been up, took a cold shower, brushed the teeth, made some coffee, hung out with the family, and then still had time to leave for work early, and still gonna make it to work on time early. And that's common sense. Instead of, you know, waking up and you don't know where anything's at because you didn't get enough prepared the night before, and then you're running around the house looking for stuff and you don't know where you put your keys because you don't put it in the same spot every time, or you're looking for your wallet, you're looking for this, you're looking for that, and you're just riddled with anxiety because you're trying to get to work, and then now you're putting other people in jeopardy. This dude that was speeding this morning, there was kids getting on the bus, and he's sitting there fucking swerving around the bus, acting a fool, and then looking at me because he swerved around the bus and almost hit me, and he's looking at me like it's my fault. I'm like, bro, you need to chill out. I'll tell you one thing, man, it's, I don't want to say it, but yeah, somebody ever gets in an accident with me, and because they're driving reckless, it's going to be more than just an accident. It's going to be an accident. Especially if I got my kids. How you doing, Judy? How you doing this morning? Good morning. Hey, I hope everybody has a blessed day, a successful day. We ain't going to let no negativity interfere with our positive energy. We're going to make sure our positive energy outweighs any negativity by metrics. Which we all know, there's going to be somebody today, whether it's at work, at the grocery store after work, in traffic, just like I said, it took 5 seconds for me to leave the house, and somebody was trying to, like, driving recklessly because they were running late because they're unorganized and lazy and didn't want to get up early and have themselves prepared. And so, I mean, that just shows you right there, like, it can happen that quick. And, you know, but we're not going to let that affect our day. I told my son, I was just like, look, there's going to be people like that throughout your entire life. There's always going to be bumps. There's always going to be things that happen. You got to shake it off. Hey, I'm not going to let one crazy driver ruin my day. I'm not going to go to work. I'm not going to let any negative people at work ruin my day. And y'all should do the same, because it ain't worth it. And I've been working on that a lot. That's why I'm talking about it, because a lot of times, you know, when somebody, you know, is disrespectful, or they're there's rude, or they're just negative, and they're just like miserable, and they're just trying to project that onto other people or around me or onto me. And it's just like, and then I hold that in because, you know, I treat everybody with the utmost respect, even people I don't like. And that's hard to do. And then whenever them same people that you give respect to, even though they don't deserve it, but you give it to them anyways because you're doing it for yourself, not for them, are disrespectful, then that's when the real test comes into play. If you're going to hold true to what you say, as far as being positive and not letting no negativity interrupt your, you know, your way of thinking. Because it's easy. It's definitely easy to fall for that banana and slip on that banana peel, because that's all it is. It's just a test. It's like, you know, that's how you got to look at it. Like, this is a test. You don't say it out loud. You just think it. This is a test. I'm going to walk away. I'm not going to give them the satisfaction of seeing me get upset. I'm not going to give them the satisfaction of stealing my energy or feeling like they have power over you. It's not worth it. So, like I said in one of my last videos, I mean, distance yourself from them type people. When you know a certain person at your workplace or at school or whoever, you know, and you know, like, man, every time I go here, this person is just, you know, rude, or they're sad, they're upset, you know, whatever, you know, they're just in a bad mood all the time. Those are the type of people that you gotta just distance yourself from. And they'll feel it. They'll be coming up to you asking why. Well, what's wrong? What's wrong? Like, there ain't nothing wrong. I don't gotta explain myself to you. You don't owe nobody an explanation. They know deep down why you're not trying to be around them. So that's all there is to that. But what's up, man? How y'all doing this morning? Where y'all from? What y'all got going on today? You guys making some money? Y'all doing some yard work? Y'all going on vacation? What y'all got going on this weekend, man? We got Memorial Day weekend coming up. All the pools are going to be opening up. Man, I can't wait. Can't wait for some warm weather. Go get on a lake somewhere, or on a river somewhere, or hopefully an ocean somewhere. I'm a Pisces, you guys, so I don't know if there's any truth to that, but I mean, some people live and die by the zodiac signs, but it is very true. A lot of the stuff that you read about, without even trying to be, you know, it's just like, I'm like, wow. Like, when I read about the Pisces, I'm just like, man, that's a lot like me. Some good, some bad, but yeah, definitely I'm a water person, man. And this is like the best exercise ever, and you're having fun doing it, because, like, you know, other workouts are strenuous. You know, you got to lift weights, or you're running and you got to catch your breath. When you're swimming, you're just having fun. Like, I love swimming. Like, I can swim all day long, and it's like a full body workout, and you don't even realize you're working out. Yeah, so, and it's just positive. I mean, it's just like, who do you know that's swimming in a bad mood, or on a beach somewhere in a bad mood? Like, now that, if anybody's like that, they definitely got some issues, that's for sure. Yeah, so I wish I had a pool in my backyard. That's my next, one of my bucket list goals is to have a pool in my backyard, but unfortunately my backyard's on like a hill. That's the only reason why I don't have a pool in my backyard. And there's a bunch of big ass trees too that would just fill the pool up with. So yeah, it costs way too much money to have all these like trees cut down, and then my backyard leveled to put a pool in, and then you have a pool installed. Oh, that'd be lots and lots and lots of money. So, but luckily for me, I'm in the Midwest, so There's a lot of rivers and lakes, and most of the townships around here all have like their own city pool. So, but yeah, man, I can't wait for the summer. Start rolling around, man. Woo. Be outside every day. Got to get some color. You know, y'all see, long winter, pale as hell. Probably just as pale as this shirt. But yeah. Hey, double tap that screen, man. Double tap that screen. That way, if you guys like these videos, I know I ain't really saying too much. I'm just winging it this morning. I feel like saying hi to a few people. Maybe put a smile on a few people's faces. I mean, that's just what I'm about. I'm just trying to spread some positivity in this negative world. Check out my videos on I've been dropping a lot of content, trying to stay consistent. I got more videos already that I've made that I haven't even dropped yet. So just trying to combat the evil spirits in this world. But yeah, if you guys like, double tap the screen or subscribe. And you know, I'm not begging nobody to do nothing. I mean, it's just, like I said, all I'm dropping is health advice and how to, you know, control your emotion advice, and just things that I've went through. I battled alcoholism for 10 years and I'm sober now. And man, I feel like a changed man. I feel like I got my life back. So I talk about that. I got more videos to come about, you know, how to overcome addiction and how to, you know, just deal with people, and how to, you know, finances, because there was a point in time where I had no idea even what credit was. And now I have an excellent credit score, so I could talk about how I did that. You know, I'm just trying to motivate the youth. I show on there, like, you know, to get your kids outside, get them off the tablets. I mean, technology's awesome. Don't get me wrong. Like, they got to know that stuff, because otherwise they'll be left out of the crowd. But I'm not saying but totally strip them from it. But they also, you got to have that balance. They got to have that go outside. And like we used to, I'm a 90s baby. So man, we were outside all the time. You know, we did go inside every once in a while when video games, we had Nintendo and stuff like that. But for the most part, especially where I lived and grew up in a rough area, and we didn't have much, or poverty basic, and so we didn't have nothing to do besides go outside and, you know, ride our bikes or go to the one basketball hoop in the neighborhood, and that was on a milk crate stuck to a pole where everybody played basketball. And man, those are some great times, because you just, you know, innocent, just having fun. Now the kids are just on their tablets, screen, so much screen time, man. And it's just, you'd be surprised what damage that does. I just made a video yesterday because there's a lot of kids that, like, people that were telling me that their kids were watching my videos, and I was saying, well, luckily I'm posting good stuff, like, because all my videos, whenever I set my videos, I always put 18 and up. Like, they ask you, is this meant for children? And I put no, 18 and up. And then, but, you know, some people just don't know. If you just give your kid a tablet and you sign into your account, because you don't make them their own account or whatever, and usually just sign in through your own account, it'll set it to your settings. You have to go in there and change their settings to not allowed to see videos above 18 and up. And I've also had people get in my live chat that were under, you know, 18, and they're like, hey man, I'm 13 and blah blah blah, or I'm 17, and which is, you know, cool, because I'm trying to, you know, guide the youth down the straight and narrow path to success, because I went down a long, bumpy, curvy road to get to where I'm at. So, and I'm still growing. So I learn from people every day, and then I try to get on here and spread the message that, you know, that's worked for me. That's all I can talk about, are things that worked for me, and it might not work for you. But as far as like the underage stuff, it's like, if your kid's watching my stuff, which is, you know, motivational content, they're probably watching somebody that's a polar opposite of me, that's telling them to do bad things. Because you could literally get on here and tell people to do all kinds of bad stuff. I'm holding my guinea pig. But yeah, you could get on here and just motivate kids to do all kinds of bad stuff, and YouTube don't care. They don't, as long as you're not like doing any hateful, like saying any crazy hateful stuff. They don't care if you're sitting here showing kids to do drugs or drink or smoke cigarettes or be violent or be rude or be aggressive. And that's what most people want to see too. If I was on here screaming and ranting and yelling and cussing and drinking and smoking, then I'd have 500 people watching my lives, because people just like that weird like negativity stuff, because that's been like in the culture, and I'm trying to make a culture shift on, man, that stuff's lame. And man, the thing is, like, I could tell you guys to be positive all day long, and until you apply it to yourself and you actually start living it and believing it, like, you won't realize the change in your body. Like, you just feel it. You just feel better. And it's not that you're better than anybody else. You just feel better. Like, you get your health in order, you feel better. Like, it's not because you're trying to be a bodybuilder or you're trying to be the, walk around with your chest out and thinking you're all that. I mean, some people do, but that's not what I'm doing. I'm doing it for mental health reasons. Like, by working out, you clear your mind of all that negative energy. And man, it works wonders. Fasting clears you out of all the toxins in your body and let your body, your digestive system rest, and your body to flush out, and you feel that energy come through. You just feel better. You feel like ready to go, and you're ready to do things. So I hope everybody has a great day. Like I said, that's just my little positive affirmations this morning. You are great. You are you are going to be as successful as you can be today. And we're going to get through this work day. I don't know if most of y'all work, most of y'all got school. Hey, you're going to get through the school. You're going to pass some tests. We're going to get promoted today. We're going to get an extra bonus. We're going to get a raise. All that stuff. Positive affirmations. Manifesting it. Hey, Top Z, like, comment, subscribe. Double tap that screen. And I'll be back on here later. I might go live tonight. I'm not sure. But most likely I will. I'll probably work out and show you guys how, I just do at-home workouts sometimes. So, see you guys on the next one. Have a great day.